Hi, it's Jen with Home by Jen, and in this video I want to share how you can take back your evenings by creating an amazing evening routine. So stay tuned because I'm going to walk you through the entire process on how you can start having an evening routine so you're going to stay organized, save time, and get more done. Evening routines are probably the one unutilized routine that there is out there. I know that there's tons of morning routines out there people talk about, and I think morning routines are amazing, but we keep forgetting about our evenings and how it just doesn't work for us. We have 100 things to do, we're being pulled in a million different directions, and we just never have a plan in place. And that's why I think that creating an evening routine for all mothers is imperative for us to become more organized, save time, get more done, and ultimately be happier. So that's why I think that every mother should have an evening routine. And the great thing is it doesn't take a lot of time to put one together. It doesn't cost any money. It's just something that it just takes a little bit of planning, and you can just do it day after day after day. You can revisit your evening routine layout every so often and tweak it as necessary. So it's just a great tool to have. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through my process on how I actually was able to save like 2 hours a day by creating an evening routine. My house is cleaner, I'm more organized, I get to spend more time with my family, and it's awesome. Before I start talking about like putting it together, I want to talk about some of the myths that go along with an evening routine. And a lot of people think that it's just us working and working and working and not doing anything. So basically you get home from work and then you just work on the house the rest of the day before bed. And no, that's not the case. I have family time scheduled into my routine. Why? Because sometimes we just all go in our separate directions and we forget to hang out. And it's important, I think, to have that time with your family. See your kids, ask them how their day went, but also have time to do other things. So this routine is really going to help you balance your time. So without further ado, let's talk about putting your evening routine together. So before you even put your evening routine together, there are a few things that you need to ask yourself before you really get into the nitty-gritty. And the first thing that you really need to ask yourself is, what are your expectations from your evening routine? Do you want to get more done? Do you want to spend more time with your family? Do you want to have a more efficient evening? What is it that you want out of your evening routine? Because that will really mold how you put your evening routine together. The next question you really need to ask yourself is, why are you creating this evening routine? Are your evenings just out of control? You just never get anything done? Maybe you just get too much done and then you're burned out, or maybe you spend too much time in one area and not in another. So whatever it is, why are you creating this evening routine? And then another question you really need to ask yourself is, when are you going to find the time to sit down and actually create this routine? Because creating a powerful routine does take a little bit of time for you to really plan out an effective routine. So really think about, when are you going to have the time to sit down and actually plan out and map out your routine? So now you found the time to sit down and create your routine. Now it's time to start figuring out what it is that you're going to do. So I suggest that you create a list of need to do and a list of want to do. So these are tasks that need to be completed each evening, whatever it is. So maybe you need to clean the kitchen, maybe you need to pack lunches for tomorrow, maybe you need to spend more time with the family. So whatever it is that needs to do. And then you have a list of want to do. Those are things that you would really love to do. So maybe you have a craft project that you're working on and you want to spend time on that. Or maybe you want to spend time playing a game or whatever. Maybe you want to spend time reading. Whatever it is, create a list. Two lists. One is the need to do and the second one is the want to do. Now that you have your list complete, you really need to figure out how much time each of those things are going to take. So in the need to do, whatever it is, figure out how much time it takes you to complete those things. And then the want to do, figure out how much time it will take you to complete or how much time you want to spend on it. So if it's a craft project, so maybe you are knitting a scarf and you want to spend 10 minutes each evening on your scarf. So you'll write down scarf 10 minutes. And then maybe you want to read for 15 minutes. So you're going to write read 15 minutes. And then the need to know, maybe you need to clean the kitchen, and clean the kitchen is 5 minutes. So whatever those things are, write down how much time it will take and what you want to do, what you need and want to do. Once you have your task and times done, it's time to put it all together. But before you put it together, you really need to be able to commit to how much time you're willing to spend. So maybe you have a list of need and want to do and it is going to take you 6 hours. Well, do you have 6 hours an evening to devote to your evening routine? Probably not. You probably only have an hour or two that you can spend or devote to your evening routine. So then it is time to really edit out the most important things that need to be accomplished. But I do recommend not just sticking to the need, but at least adding 1 or 2 want to items to your routine. Because if you're spending time only doing things that you have to do, you end up going into what I love to call have to land, and nobody wants to live in have to land. We all want to live in want to land, right? So try to pick 1 or 2 items that are in the want to pile or list, so you're doing something that is fulfilling to you instead of just chores. The next thing you need to do is figure out your start and stop time. So is it going to be at the same time each day? Are you going to be able to spend the same amount of time each evening on your routine? These are things that you need to ask yourself and put together in your evening routine. And here's the thing, I've already done the work for you. All you have to do is fill in the blanks. I put together an evening routine makeover workbook for you. So it has got all of the questions that you need to ask yourself in there so you can fill it out, write it down, and figure it out. It has your list of need to and want to. It has a place where you can figure out how much time everything takes so you can have an amazing evening routine. So you can really take back your evenings, save time, become more organized, and just be happier and start doing some things that you want to do. So I would love to know in the comments below, do you have an evening routine? Maybe, or are you wanting to put one together? What type of things are you going to add into your evening routine? These are things that I would love to know. We as busy moms can all learn from each other, so your comments actually help so many other moms out there so they can really start becoming more organized and become happier. And so I want to thank you so much for stopping by, watching this video. If you love videos like this and you want to see more, you can subscribe to the channel. and I post every week. So I want to thank you again, and don't forget to download the workbook, and I'll see you in another video.